Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, we learned the first 5 sounds A, B, K, D and A. In today's video, we are going to cover the next 5 sounds. So let us look at the sounds and letter names. So the first letter name is F and the sound is F. For fish, F for fun, F for fat. When you say the word F, stress on the first sound. F for fish, F for fun, F for fat. So the letter name is F and the sound is F. The second letter name is G and the sound is G. G for gate, G for gum, G for game. One more time. The letter name is G and the sound is G. G for gate, G for gum, G for game. The next letter name is H and the sound is H. H for hat, H for hot, H for hit. The next letter name is I and the sound is E. Letter name is I but the sound is E. E for ink, E for igloo, E for inch. Letter name I, sound E. The last letter name and sound for today is J. Letter name is J, sound is J. J as in jar, J as in jug, J as in jam. So the next 5 sound is F, G, H, E and J. For these sounds also I have included one activity sheet and games for kids. So for the sound F, I have written big F and small f, and F is for fish, F is for fire, F for the finger. Then I have drawn big F and small f. You can ask your kid to trace it for the writing practice. You can also play a fun game with your kid. For that, the game goes like this. You have to ask your kid to put your hands on your head if you hear the word starts with F sound. So what you need to do, you should ask your kid to put their hand on their head if they hear the word starts with F. Then you can say some words. For example, 4. So what does 4 starts with? It starts with the sound F. The sound is F. So the kid should put his hand on his head. And if it doesn't start with F, the kid should put his hand at his side. The next sound, flower. What does it start with? It starts with F. And what should the kid do? He should put his hand on his head. The next word is hand. What does it start with? It starts with ha. And the sound is h. And the kid should put his hand on his side. This is an interesting game you can play with your kids for learning the sound F. Let's go to the next sound, which is G. So the letter name is G and the sound is G. This is a small activity sheet for the sound G. G is for grapes. G is for girl. G is for gum. You can ask your kids to color these pictures. You can also ask them to learn writing big G and small g. For the writing practice, you can ask your kid to trace big G and small g. There is also an activity you can play with your kid, and the game goes like this. I'm going to say a word. Clap your hands if you hear the word starts with G. Gorilla. What does it starts with? G. So you need to clap. The next word, good. Again, G. Clap. Game. Clap. Banana. What does it start with? It starts with B. So no clapping. Go. Happy. No clapping. Green. Grapes. So yeah, there's a lot of clapping here. Next activity sheet is for the sound H. So I have drawn again a big H and a small H. H is for house, H is for heart, H for horse. For writing practice, at the same time you need to write big H and small H and ask your kid to trace it, and you need to practice the writing skills as well. Again, for this, there's a small game you can play with your kid. I'm going to say a word. Listen carefully to it. If it starts with her sound, stand up. If it doesn't start with her sound, sit down. So the word goes like this. Happy. What you need to do? Stand up. The next word is heavy. Stand up. Elephant. Sit down. Horn. Stand up. House. Stand up. Girl. Sit down. So this is a fun activity again that you can try with your kids. The next letter name is I and the sound is E. E is for igloo. I've drawn a picture of igloo. You can ask your kid to color it, and I draw small e. For writing practice, I wrote big E and small e. Remember, the letter name is I, but the sound is E. For this also, there's an activity for the kids to play. It's a small game. Again, I'm going to say a word. Listen carefully to it. If it starts with E sound, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't start with E sound, gives me a thumbs down. So the first word is igloo. What does the word starts with? The sound is E. So thumbs up. The next word is turtle. What is the sound? It is T. So thumbs down. Next word, inside. The word starts with the sound E. Thumbs up. Itchy. E. Thumbs up. Horse. Starts with H. Thumbs down. Again, a simple activity, but it will give lots of fun for you and your kids to play. The next activity sheet is for the sound J. The letter name is J. The sound is J. So I draw a big J, a small J. J is for jar. Below I wrote big J and small J for the writing practice. So there's also a game for this, and the game goes like this. I'm going to say a word. Take one jump forward if the word you hear starts with J. Okay, so the first word is jar. You should take a jump forward. Jam. Again a step forward. Toast. You should not jump. Jeans. Jump. Shirt. Should not move. Jacket. Jump again. So this is a game to practice the sound J.